When the bell rang, everyone raced to their classrooms, even Zawa. It was Zawa's first day of school. He had never attended a school before. Zava was 15, the son of a woodcutter named Kayu. In their early years, both Zawa and Kayu resided atop the hill. Zawa assisted his father in cutting wood on the hilltops. This wood was sold in the city to help support their family and keep them warm in their hut. Kayu could not afford to send his son to school due to his acute poverty. It was ideal for sharpening the axe and striking the tree in the appropriate places. He had no pals and had never visited the city since his infancy till today. He was merely lugging wood and chopping trees. Kayu informed Zawa about his aspirations to send him to school one day. Zawa inquired about the school. Kyle walked away, pointing to a crimson structure down the hill that is a school and where you would receive your education. Kayu said, "With education, you will become intelligent and find better work than this." Zawa didn't seem to understand what his father was saying, so he merely nodded. Yes, he had no clue whether there was a better job than chopping and carrying wood, because he had never seen one while living on the hilltop. So one day Zawa was sitting in the classroom with all the new kids when the instructor came and everyone welcomed him respectfully. Zawa did as the others did, and the instructor declared that today every student would have to tell the entire class about their life ambition. Zawa had never heard the word aspiration before. His father had just assured him that he would learn anything at school. So one by one the students rose. Someone aspired to be a pilot. The other aspired to be a doctor. Another wished to become an engineer or a military, and so forth. Zawa, on the other hand, had no idea. When it was his time, he stood still. The teacher inquired about Zawa's life goals. Zawa inquired of the teacher, "What is ambition?" The entire class erupted in laughter. The teacher called the class to a halt and explained to Zawa that ambition was something he wanted to accomplish in life, something he wanted to do, or something he wanted to become. Zawa has spent his entire life standing blank. He'd cut and transported wood. He had no concept there was such a thing as ambition, which required her to obtain something that was meant to be far away from him, according to the definition of ambition provided to him. Zawa spoke slowly. "I'm not ambitious. My father and I chop wood and carry branches from high trees. During the day, we worked, ate in the evenings, and slept at night. That's all there is to it. My father and I complete what we set out to do in the morning." By the end of the night, the entire class was laughing again. The teacher again hushed the class. Of course, Zawa was not lying, and the youngsters had been trained to laugh at everything that wasn't familiar to them. As a result, the teacher advised Zawa, "You must have ambition. You are a goalless person, an empty person with no sense of purpose if you lack ambition." So Zawa went into serious thinking. He stood still. He couldn't figure out why the teacher wanted him to visualize anything, like a goal or a destination. It had never made sense to him in his entire life. He believed that all that was required was to cut wood in the morning and sleep at night. There was nothing else for it. Now he was being informed that there was something else that needed to be done that hadn't been done before, and that he needed to do it since he was born without it and needed to obtain it. The teacher went on, "You must travel the journey, Zawa. You must put forth a lot of effort. If you keep working hard, you will undoubtedly attain your goal one day." The teacher became agitated when Zawa questioned which road or destination to take. "Your destination, your true home, is the path to your ultimate aim." Zawa pondered. "Why am I being asked to work hard on a road to go somewhere I don't want to go?" They refer to this location as a goal or a destination, and they believe that everyone must continue traveling down that path to get there. But what if I don't want to achieve my objective? What if I don't want to get to my destination? I have no idea how far it is. How do I know this? And once there, how will I know I'm there? Do I stay and wait, or do I become bored and get up and move? Beyond it, or should I return to where I started? I don't see why I should trek so far to a location that isn't any more lovely than my hilltop home. Is it necessary for everyone to walk to their destinations? So, what is your goal? What is your objective? Zawa, where are you going? The teacher inquired, intrigued. Zawa responded, glancing out the window as if he was having a profound daydream. I want to cut wood in the morning, have tea in the evening, and sleep at night, he explained. No, replied the teacher, that is not an aspiration. Yes, said Zawa, since you're already doing it. Isn't it amazing that I've already arrived at my destination? The teacher became enraged and dismissed the class. That night Zawa appeared perplexed and unresponsive. Zawa informed his father Kayu of what had occurred at school. Father, we are chopping wood from existing trees, but the school is ordering me to harvest wood from trees that do not yet exist. They are requesting that everyone plant a tree, wait for it to mature, and then chop the wood, which we are now doing without planting one. Kaya chuckled at the insightful response to such a basic query. He inquired about Zawa's feelings regarding his life. Zawa was content with cutting wood because it was all he had done. He found pleasure and enjoyment in his profession, but the new world at school called aspiration was meant to be informing him that happiness and contentment would not come easy, but only after a lot of hard effort and agony. The peacefulness is always far away, and you must travel that road to achieve those sensations, just to discover that when you arrive, there is nothing there, and you might have all those sentiments at any point in your journey or without a journey at all. Tell them just what they want to hear. Zawa aspires to be a successful teacher as well. Kayu laughed and left his kid alone at night to consider his ideas. Zawa was the first pupil to continue from where the instructor had left off the day before, the next day at school on the mountaintop. Zawa stated, I thought about it and I think I want to be a doctor. As Zawa took his seat, the teacher smiled and cheered, and the class resumed. As Zawa peered out the window, he noticed rain and gloomy clouds roaring in the sky. The clouds never traveled in a straight line, they just moved. It didn't rain in any direction, it just rained. The grass grew in no particular pattern, it simply grew. None of these natural components appeared to have a strategy. They were simply being themselves, faithful to their actual essence. Then he noticed gardener shaping the grass with a wonderful pattern. He concluded that people couldn't coexist with nature without altering it, and that humans are part of that nature. Is there truly a road for you to travel in your life? Is there something you want to accomplish? Do you trim the grass in a pattern? Are you simply allowing the grass of life to grow? Are you allowing life to have the upper hand? Do you allow the tree of life to grow? It's good to have goals and to be content with where you are right now. Life is always developing. New things are found in this cosmos every day, every second. This is why motivational stories exist. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day.
Please subscribe to my channel Lessons of Life and press the bell notification icon.